Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Y'all, you know it is chilly outside, and baby, I am going to show you how to make a tender, okay, do you hear me? Tender, melt in your mouth, slow cooker pot roast that is going to warm you all the way up. Now, I am going to start with my carrots. Now, for this recipe, you need some thick carrots. You know what I'm saying? Them little pencil ones not going to do it. At least not for me, because I don't want mine to like disintegrate in the slow cooker. I am also going to be using some yellow potatoes, but you can use red potatoes, whatever you like, okay? I'm going to wash them really good with my veggie cleaner and then set them to the side. Here I have a 3-pound chuck roast. I know some of y'all don't wash y'all meat, but if you look at that water, the water don't lie, okay? It's got a little whatever it is in there, and baby, I got to drain that right down the sink, okay? But I'm going to place it to the side, and I'm going to dry it very thoroughly with paper towels and also clean my sink. The prep work for your vegetables is going to be pretty easy because I prefer to keep my vegetables fairly large. This is my preference because I want them to still have a little bit of bite, even though they are going to be cooking for a really long time. However, if you want yours to be a bit more softer, then just cut yours to the normal size that you would do for any pot roast, okay? Just dice them to maybe like an inch size pieces. Instead of dicing my onion, I am going to cut it into somewhat thick slices, again, so that it can retain a little bit of a crunch. And guys, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button if you're already enjoying this recipe, and subscribe and turn on the bell for new recipes every single week. For my seasonings, I'm going to use some garlic butter seasoning, a little bit of garlic and herb, some thyme, some pepper, a little bit of oregano, and I am just going to generously spread that all over both sides of the roast. Then I am going to follow this up with some kosher salt. Now, I did not measure my kosher salt, but as y'all can see, okay, this is a big hunk of meat. So you want to be generous with it. I probably ended up putting about 2 teaspoons of kosher salt all over this roast, and I'm going to massage it in, okay? You want them spices all up in there. And then don't waste nothing. All right, so just take your roast and just dab it around your cutting board so that the sides can pick up any spices that fell onto the cutting board. Into a skillet on medium heat, I'm going to add butter and olive oil. The olive oil is going to help the butter not burn, and y'all know the butter has flavor. Now, you do not need to have your pan up scorching hot to get a beautiful crust on your roast. Really, the trick to getting a nice color on your meat is making sure that the meat is dry. Okay, so don't turn it up to a high and, get all that smoke and burn those spices. Just let it cook unmoved for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Now, at this point, I should have sauteed my vegetables, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I forgot and I just started making the gravy. So I want you to saute those vegetables for about 3 to 4 minutes, take them out, and then add in about a tablespoon or 2 of flour and some dry red wine. I cooked the flour for about, like 30 seconds just to get out that flour taste. I happen to actually have real au jus gravy in my refrigerator that I needed to use up, but most of you guys are not going to have this. So go ahead and get a au jus gravy packet and just add enough water so that you can make your gravy. Y'all, cooking is not rocket science. You use what you have in your fridge and your cabinet, what your family likes. This is like one of those recipes to me, okay? I'm going to add in a bit of sugar. It's going to help balance out some tomato paste I'm going to add later. A tiny bit of Dijon. This is maybe half a tablespoon max. Some Better Than Bouillon and some Maggi seasoning. If you don't have Maggi seasoning, then use that W sauce, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Not only does this thicken the gravy, but tomatoes add a deep umami flavor that is really scrumptious with a roast. I'm probably adding in about 2.5 cups of water total. I didn't measure. You just want to do it until you have enough gravy. If your family loves gravy on mashed potatoes and the rice, add more water or beef broth. If you like less, then tune it back. Okay, y'all, this is not rocket science. Y'all know what to do. I know y'all can cook. Okay, you following this channel, so you already did something right. Then I am going to put about 4 spring onions and about 6 cloves of garlic right on top. I didn't mince the garlic because it will completely disintegrate in the slow cooker. Then I am going to add in all of my veggies, and I am purposely leaving those potatoes whole. They will become too mushy if you cut them up. Then put all of your gravy on top, and I actually ended up taking a little bit of water into my skillet and getting out the rest of that gravy. Fresh herbs are a must. They will totally amp up the flavor of the dish. I love rosemary, oregano, and thyme. I'm also going to add in some bay leaves, and for a secret ingredient, I'm putting in a very small piece of cinnamon and a few allspice berries. Do not swap this for the powdered version. It will be too strong. This is optional, but these spices go really well with red meat. Slow cook this for 7 to 8 hours, and do not be looking. Y'all, if you looking, it ain't cooking, okay? Because you're going to let out the heat in the slow cooker every time you keep opening the lid. So don't check it until about the 7-hour mark. This was one fatty chuck roast, so it let off a lot of tallow, and I am just going to take that off of the top. I don't throw this away, baby. I give it to the dog. Okay, mix it in with their dog food and they will love you forever. These herbs have been fully employed and have done their job. So I'm going to remove them from the roast because I don't want people eating on little twigs. Take out your potatoes and your carrots. Now my potatoes are very soft, even though I left them whole. My carrots still have a bit of a bite, which I absolutely love. I am going to cut the potatoes into fourths, and then I'm going to add a little bit of salt on them before I return them into the pot, just so they have a little bit of extra seasoning. Then I am going to take my carrots and cut them in half. And as you can tell, they are still a little bit firm. Let me know in the comments if you prefer your vegetables to be really soft, or do you like a little bit of bite on yours? Okay, let me know. You can see we got tons of gravy, which is perfect if you want to eat this pot roast with mashed potatoes or rice. Now, yes, I know you already have a carb because you cook potatoes in the slow cooker, but y'all know what we be doing, okay? Big backs, we be out here having mashed potatoes in the pot roast, and some rice and a buttered roll. Y'all know what we do out here, okay? Don't act brand new. Now, as you can see, baby, this pot roast is so tender. Even your grandma with no teeth could eat this pot roast, baby. This was one of the best pot roasts I have ever made. Y'all know I'm an Instant Pot girl, but I might be converted for some recipes. Y'all, I will see you next time in Kamira's Kitchen. Goodbye and God bless.